course, and let's see, we're gonna change this so you actually can see what each other writes. There you go. Testing 1, 2, 2, 3. So there you go, and we need to broadcast settings. Yes, sir. And there you go. And we're gonna start now. I am streaming from. Sorry. I'm streaming from the PlayStation right now. So at this point, you will not see my face. It's not Facebook. But first of all, I'm gonna do the Criterium Dauphine. See if I can win this. It's gonna be a tough race, of course. Again, I've not played this so much this year. Even I got the game like, I think it was what, 29th of May. I haven't got the time. Sad, but that's the fact. But at least wait up. At least I changed some names. So let's see. Of course, Luis Leo Sanchez. You cannot write without Luis Leo Sanchez. Kudos. Gorgon and Segura. It's kind of interesting actually, because time trial. Scott Rodriguez. Slightly better. So we replace him. Fellini. Yeah, I know it's late night stream, but I had a lot of things to do earlier today. I just got well after Corona virus.
Welcome to the briefing for this first stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. Perfect for attacking, which should suit the punches. I'm counting on you to manage the time gaps, because we've got the means to win. Go! We're aiming for victory!
Okay.
Good race, guys!
Of course, man, the things in this game is the same like last year. Johan Alaphilippe, Kwiatkowski, and Valverde are favorites for this stage. I don't know. But again, the profile can cheat. It can actually make you look like it's, yeah, not that hard. Win the stage, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Problem with a team like this is
Hello and welcome to all.
With the Pre-Mary ascent in the first
6
third
riders
of the
we have,
stage,
so
some
it's
teams will
hard
no
to go
doubt
in a
try to
breakaway.
turn the screw in order to shed the fastest riders and avoid a mass sprint in Jussac.
Actually, I tried to play with the VR goggles, and it actually look good when you use the VR. Even it's not VR made for that, but it's different.
He was itching to have...
I should just protect Fuglsang and those. He should not protect. Protect Lopez.
Go. He's already on the attack.
Okay, I'll protect him.
Kreuziger is also
He does well on short
a rider.
climbs, but he can't really rely on his sprint qualities to hope for a win.
Breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standing.
Maybe.
We can let them go.
He also said that he only wants to. He has never won a stage in the Tour de France, and that's actually something I have not think about, because
He could be labelled as a puncher, but is also good in the mountains.
in the front.
However, his top speed can be described as lethargic.
I don't ever forget the season where Contador was a crash, and Kreuziger probably drove his best Tour de France ever. He was
I think
get to that team for help. Could
He's got his team riding to
Contador,
reel in the
but
counter-attack.
before that he was top 10 rider on his own. Same with Nicholas Rhodes the same year.
A pure climber, uncomfortable on the flat. Given his youth, he still has time to improve.
To get up here. Yeah, on the group now. That's fine. So here we go.
Attempt at a breakaway.
Yes, that's right. Now we're gonna go.
He's trying to set up a counter-attack.
Can't you let him go? He's too strong. Maybe they do. It seems like this. Oh, it's also use a lot of energy for this. Ensure a minimum tempo. Yeah. Classic. I think they'll let him go now. At least for now. something doesn't change. No matter what version this is.
Okay, I'll protect him.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Shovel line.
The breakaway didn't get
One of
far.
the
Watch out for counter
big
moves.
rider in start of the century. Middle of the century, 2008, 9, 10. Many seen him as a candidate for the podium, but because he's riding in the mountains, but he did not show the potential for that. But again, it was the same time where Leclerc was the French hope.
Watch out for him. He's a real puncher who can come out on top on any
Even
finish
he was
with a
not,
short climb. But he can also rely on a good turn of speed if there's a group finish.
The peloton doesn't seem to be reacting. I think it may go all the way.
I think that too. It's not gonna go all the way, but could go a long way.
Understood. I'll take it easy whatever happens.
He's a good puncher. You must keep a close eye on him on short climbs. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
Maurice.
Without a doubt, Pierre Roland is one of the peloton's good climbers, as evidenced by his stage victories at Alpe d'Huez and La
Okay,
Toussuire.
Philippe Gilbert. Okay, interesting. Interesting. What can he do? He's probably trying to just get a lead. Because
Benoit Cosnefroy, 2017 Road World Under-23 champion in Bergen, is a puncher to be closely watched in the coming years.
yeah, this is interesting actually. It's quite interesting. It's small attack from behind now.
Attack in the peloton.
And they should watch out because they can cost a lot of energy. Remember, this is the Criterium Dauphine and it's only on chairman
They're
mode
riding
and
hard
it's
behind.
only been
This
live streamed.
isn't the moment to relax.
Even there's no one watching. But it's midnight.
The riders are onto the Puy-Mary, also called the Pas de Perol.
Red Mountain.
It's the highest mountain pass in the Massif Central.
Sakarin. Also one of the riders had a potential to come in the podium and was actually,
A hard
you can see,
pedal baroudeur. Long breakaways are the
unlucky.
specialty of the Belgian Thomas de
because
Gent.
Rodriguez was
This has allowed him to win a stage on each of the three
Shut up.
Grand Tours,
Get
as
up.
well as on the Paris-Nice and the Dauphiné.
yeah, I'm talking, okay?
The gap is decreasing. The peloton
know.
has not given up.
Yeah, we're gonna turn down the volume because it's like he's so heavy to listen to himself.
I think you can take a breather. He's got his team riding to reel in the counterattack.
It's a long climb of almost 11 kilometers at an average of 6%. If any of the fast men manage to get over the top without too much of a time deficit, they might be able to catch up with the peloton.
What's up? This mountain is up. And of course you have. And it's kind of fun.
Riders are already being dropped at the back of the peloton. It won't be a great day for them.
I actually only tried 2 times or something yesterday. I was tried out. It's so annoying this, but because you see, I am making so stupid. I'm so stupid right now. I am pushing him too much. It seems like the blue line is actually not that high up now, and that means you are going over this. Yeah, it's quite fun actually to use on the PlayStation VR headset, because then you have, it's not because it's a VR setup the game has optimized for, but you get a better focus on that. Yeah. So if you have the PlayStation VR headset on and you drive first person, it actually
The Puy Mary is
quite fun.
classified as first category,
Because it's,
and it will already earn
yeah,
10
you can
points
say
for the
it's
first
like
ride over the
it's
top.
built for that. Even it's not stereoscopic, but same thing. But I also think they have made this because if you have that if you have that e-bike like Swift, but the game is made for this.
The peloton doesn't seem to be reacting. I think it may go all the way.
You've made that because if you drive on a real cycle, it's more realistic. Yeah. Again, it's the first time I actually drive a race like this. I'm not even. I don't know how much they are doing. But it seems like you see the blue bar
King of the Mountain
or the
sprint
blue line.
is 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
Usually that line is much higher up, so it seems like there's a lot of like okay, but you can also you can also say that this. And I say this year there's two teams that actually have good riders and or 3 teams with equal captains. And I actually try to 2 seconds. Try to do a simulate of the Tour de France. And Fuglsang actually got the yellow jersey from stage 6, I think, until the last.
Here's the positions over the
I
last
think it
climb.
was stage 15. Then he lost it. And then Roglic was winning by 2 minutes in front to favorites. And then of course the stage 20 with the time trial. That was crazy. Yeah, but again, Roglic won Tour de France on, I think, with 4 minutes in total. To Fuglsang, which was number 2. And with that, with that stage 20, yeah, I tried. Yesterday I tried to do my tour with only time trials when I live stream. It was kind of fun, just to see how it's worked. Oh. And then there was a TTT. I also do some of the challenges. It's kind of fun to do the sprint challenge. But I also think it's because they have so many riders working on the e-bike version. So they got a lot of feedback and then put it inside the game. What is that? What kind of stages? Isn't that like 3 stages or something? Oh. Then you should have Alaphilippe og Gilbert type og Sagan type. Well, I have not unlocked my legendary yet, but when have unlocked the legendary difficulty, I'm gonna do Astana. Oh, actually, I'm also thinking trying to do a Moose Star.
In a stage win. That must be why his teammates are riding hard.
Well, if it's that easy, then that's the thing I hate.
He too seems interested
if you
in
can
the
like
stage
box
win.
the game like that.
His teammates are also riding hard. His teammates are managing the time gap to allow you no more of a lead, probably with their eye on the overall standings. Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace.
I like this like a line.
The intermediate sprint is approaching, but there is little chance that the candidates for the green jersey will be able to score points at this stage of the race.
It's not because I don't need much points. I should just finish this when it's over. When I finish this Criterium Dauphine.
You're approaching the intermediate sprint.
I have like 600 points and you need 1000, so it should be done. I like this racing line. You can see how the road is going. But I still missed that you actually can zoom in the stage.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
Yeah, but the overall rating and the jerseys.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the overall standings.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
I should start out a pro leader or what? I also think this is so stupid. They have not done anything with the multiplayer yet. And I know this is coming release, but I think about the way they're doing it. Why are they doing? It's like they don't read what people want. People want a way to play against friends online, not a shell play.
You'll have to up the pace. His
And I
team
still
is
don't get
moving
why
into
they
the
have
driving seat
removed
behind.
the legend team. So you cannot choose legends per team. So fucked up. You should make transfers between the teams, so they're not on one team only, even from the start. So if there's gonna be some, is Froome's gonna change team before the Tour de France in real life? Well, you should be able
The
to put
first
it on
rider to the
another
top
team.
of the next climb will pocket 1 point for the climber's jersey.
The editor, so yeah, old school.
You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the
Okay,
summit.
you also fast forward. I only started pro team mode. Drove a
Watch
few
out for
races.
him. He's the best puncher
Kind of
in the
fun.
breakaway.
Robert Giesing.
Here's the
Race
positions
to
over the last
Platinum.
climb.
I mean a trophy for the game or what? Oh. Oh, okay. Have you ever got a platinum for that? I have not tried it. I have not go for them the last 2 years. I haven't got the time for it. Yeah. But fun, I was actually the first one in the world that got the, I think it was 2013 version. Like 1 month before the second one.
It's a third category climb that now
Okay,
waits
I
the
got.
riders.
If you
2
take the
points will be
platinum
awarded
overall,
to the
like only,
first rider to the
I
top.
have only like 55 platinum trophies. I have not got anyone the last 3 years. Oh, yeah, I got one. I think 2 years ago, but that's it. Like 5-6 years ago, I was actually, when I had a game, I played completely, but I never use guides, or maybe sometimes use them advice, but I actually, the Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, when it was released, I got the Platinum Trophy like 12 hours after I got the game. And I did not have anything to, it was just released on that day. The same with God of War 3, I think it was, or Ascension. Got the Platinum Trophy the day after it was released, because I had the game like 2 weeks before release. It's fun to have Platinum games like that. And the Crew Platinum Trophy, that's probably, and Payday, that's probably, yeah, but the Crew is probably the most hardest to get, and Payday 2.
The breakaway is losing its lead.
But
It's
the
going to be
Crew
difficult for them.
requires a lot
The
of
peloton is riding
grinding.
hard. Stay well placed.
But there's, I think it's like, I think Ubisoft said there was like only like 100,000 people that actually was close to it, and maybe 10,000 people all that had that platinum trophy for that game. And they sold like 10 million copies.
The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standings.
This feed zone is so long away. Okay, I don't know if you remember, maybe I've talked about it, but a few years ago, Sony was sending everyone who has been a PS Plus member since day one. New graphic, what
The gap between
what
the
game?
peloton and the escapees is stable. The
Or just in
breakaway is
general,
passing
because
through
in
the
general,
feed zone.
yes, of course, because it's 8K, so it's optimized for 8K upscaling. And it's because it's the, yeah, probably the biggest no, it's actually, you can say it's probably the same thing you see on some high-end PC games already. That's the same thing. It's not because
The riders will soon
it's
enter the
somewhat different.
final circuit of this stage. They'll have to climb the Côte de Rocanatu twice. With 3.4 kilometers at an average of 7%,
Oh, you talk
is
about
the
this.
only difficulty on the circuit.
Well, let's see, because when this game was coming out for PS4 first time, it was not optimized for anything. But of course, the limitation I can see, there's limitation in, but I don't see why the limitation is that big in this game, because the phases, of course, and because it's probably use a
The
lot
first
of
ascent of the Côte de
graphics
Rocanatu has
for the whole
begun.
like open
There will
world.
be 5,
You can say this
3,
is actually
2
open
and
world,
1
and you can see it
points
in
for the first 4 to the
if you
top.
play the game Farm Simulator. You can actually see it's the same kind of engine you use because it's the same trees in the same yeah roads. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's true. It's actually the same company that made that made that.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
You didn't know that? Shit. Yeah,
The
I
breakaway
saw
is
that,
unlikely to
but
go all
also
the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
Quickstep. They also have an insane TG team. Try to watch the Quickstep. But again, they also former world champions. Didn't they won the world championship? The same year was when Tony Martin was driving for them. Something.
Okay, I'll protect him. He's been dropped. The stage is too much for him.
It's so weird about cycling this year.
He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish.
Especially the way they are making the Tour de France and the Vuelta a España and the Giro d'Italia. Like 3 months in a row cycling, and
The riders up
2 of
front
them
still have
actually
something left.
all
They're
up each
upping the
other.
pace to try to hold out till the end.
And it's gonna be fun to see what Fuglsang is still actually doing, because he's still say that he wants to focus on Giro d'Italia.
Okay, I'll wait for you. Understood. I'll take it easy, whatever happens.
Whatever happens.
He asked his guys to maintain the tempo. Watch him. He must feel able to win the stage.
See, this profile, when you watch the overview profile before you start the race, it doesn't seem like that hard. And I was actually get annoyed by that yesterday when I start the my pro team mode. Because I didn't expect the profile to be so hard as I... That's nice. Smelly feet is good. Not.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
It's cool you can actually see your opponent, see rider's health. You don't have to watch the view. Nope. Never. It is stats. Sometimes I actually do something, but I don't think there's so much difference this year. Except I would probably put a rocket down on his mountain, fucking crazy stats and time trial stats. Isn't that area? I think there was a year we had like five riders for Agatua. That was yeah, completely crazy. Well, it all depends on how resistance is actually used, because for the mountain climbing, he is more resistant. But in the long run, Askren is probably more resistant, but I think the resistance is also one of the stats you use for climbing, so you don't like fade out too fast.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Oh, let's see. This is not where it's going. Yeah. I've not watched him actually. Oh well, let's see what we can do here. It's so funny. They want Fuglsang to win the states, and first when I saw the profile, I said, there's too much flat on the end.
It's the first time over the line for the men in front. One more loop to be done and it will be the finish.
But I was... yeah, that's true. But again, if the resistance is only for not break down in the mountain too fast, well, then it's fine. But if it's like all, so keep on going like on flat, and yeah, I don't know. There's probably a few hidden stats you cannot see inside that stat. Like in FIFA, if you have speed, it's actually acceleration and sprint at the same time. Yeah, but in the long run, if he's not that good, he has a lower resistance, a rider like Astana. He'll probably fall behind on the flat if he goes too fast.
And even more importantly, a final chance for a solo victory.
Let's see if we can do something here. First time I actually catch up.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
The leaders are off. Who will dare take the first shot?
Yeah.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
Yeah. I don't know what the what that resistance is.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
Yeah, I know that,
30
but
seconds lead for the head of the race.
again,
Breakaway will no doubt
there
go all
must
the
be
way
something.
back,
It
but
must
watch
be
out for attacks
connected
in
to
the closing
something else.
kilometers.
"15 kilometers from the finish. The peloton is in pretty good control of the situation and should...
They just have no
soon
resistance.
catch up with the breakaway riders. We should witness a mass sprint.
Okay, I'll wait for him.
This is the reason why I don't understand why Valverde, Fuglsang, and Kwiatkowski are favorites for the States, because in my optic it doesn't seem like a States.
The gap is growing.
Doesn't seem like
Don't
it's
worry. They're not well placed in the overall standing.
yeah, a mountain rider or puncher finish.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out.
Ja, det er fordi vores goals.
10 kilometers from the finish for the men in the lead.
Ellers
They
lige
can
til at
believe
gå.
it's possible.
Eight, of course.
Counter-attack at the front of the peloton.
Carter Pass and Jaron Thomas. Rohan Dennis. You have like 4 riders up here, of course.
He's moving onto the attack.
Roglic. Thibaut Pinot. What's there? All the favorites. Tom Dumoulin, Roglic. Crazy.
He's turning the screw. Watch out, he's going on the attack. Attack at the head of the peloton. It isn't the moment to stare at each other. Only 5 kilometers left for the breakaway riders to settle it. If anyone wants to avoid the sprint, they mustn't wait much longer. Final kilometer for the man at the front. It will be a solo victory. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out.
Yeah, well, there was still a. Oh yeah, I know that if you talk about he was going to the finish, yeah. I've never said it was broken. I just didn't understand why they should be favorites. He was not even in the front group, but yeah. I need to get used to this. Simon Clark. Why can't he not get any better commentators?
This result is clearly not up to my expectations. It isn't catastrophic, but when you've got victory in mind, it's obviously a
I
disappointment.
just tried this
It's
and
only the first stage, but we missed the opportunity to take the yellow jersey. It's a shame.
it's late. I just wanted to start it out this one, so do some live streams the next few weeks. So it's late. Let's see. I mean, it's so weird they cannot change it. They have used the same commentator like the last 10 years. I need to save this and then I go to sleep. Yeah, same to you.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, come on.
Today's stage has all the ingredients to excite the contenders for final victory. A tiring route without let-up,
Come on.
and a closing stretch that offers attacking opportunities.
De vil være deres
It's not classified
Spanish
as mounted.
Championship jersey.